What up YouTube? It's your girl Rachel and today I'm back with another video. I've been wanting to do YouTube since I was a junior in high school and now I'm a junior in college, so it took a while but I'm finally living my dream. Wednesday is my day off here in uni, so I decided that Wednesday would be a good day to just kind of regularly film things and upload them, so most likely you'll be seeing things on Wednesdays for like the 5 people who are watching this. Shout out to you. In addition, I really just wanted to film today, at least, a basic FAQ of where I come from, why I'm here, because if you haven't inferred by now, I am in France this semester. So why I'm here, like where I'm studying, what I'm doing, things like that, just so when I film later videos, because I do want to do a whole series on just the French experience and how it's been for me, which is obviously why I started this channel in the first place, just to kind of document my travels and my experiences on a personal level, but if other people see it, that's fine too. And so I'm just going to do like this basic logistical thing for this video today and hopefully keep it short because I do talk a lot. I don't know why. So I'm just trying to keep it really simple right now so that when I do these later on videos and I kind of reference things from home or mention, you know, random things, you'll at least understand and you can look back to this video and kind of get what I'm talking about. So let's get into it. Number 1, where are you from? I am from Southern California. I've lived in Southern California all my life. I was born in Orange County, which is where Disneyland is. And then I moved to San Diego, which is where I live now, or I guess not right now, but which is where my current permanent residence is, when I was in the first grade, so about 6 or 7, and I've just lived there since. God, number 2, it leads into this. So where am I studying at home? I go to San Diego State University, which is 30 minutes away from where I live. So I really decided not to go far from home for college just because I love Southern California, and so it really narrowed down choices for me because I didn't want to apply anywhere outside of Southern California since I love the weather, I love being near the beach, I just love the people and the fashion, everything about it. And so I decided to stay local just because I could go to a dorm and get that kind of independent experience while also being close to home. So yeah, with that all being said, just realize that I am from a very big city, a very populated city, a very fast-paced city, and so it kind of influences a lot of things you're going to hear about later on in the semester. So what do I study at San Diego State? I am a poli-sci major, so political science, and then I double minor in French and interdisciplinary studies, which is something that I had to take up for the honors program, which I'm in at my university. The honors program also requires you to study abroad, so that is why I'm abroad in the first place. Fun fact. Where am I studying abroad? I am studying abroad in a small town in France called Reims. It's spelled R-E-I-M-S. In English, you would pronounce it as maybe Reims or Reims, Roms, maybe even, but in French it's pronounced as Reims, and this random an, like A-N sound, comes out of nowhere. Some basic facts about Reims, because when I do a city tour later you'll find out more, but it is a small town in the northwest of France. It is about 45 minutes outside of Paris, so it often gets confused or kind of clumped into that area. It is in the Champagne region of France, which means it is the big in champagne production, and in fact Reims is the capital of this region, which makes it the capital of the champagne capital of the world. So that's kind of the only thing it has going for it. A lot of people will take day trips out here if they're, you know, just touring France to do champagne houses and, you know, champagne tours, tasting, things like that, which is super cool. I've already gone to Pommery, which is one by my building. I am actually in this apartment right now surrounded by 5 champagne houses, so it definitely lives up to the name. In addition to having a lot of champagne in this area, it also is the city that borders Belgium and Luxembourg, the 2 countries. And if you go directly into those countries, of course, you're going to find very French-influenced areas, but it is still pretty cool just to say that I went to a different country over the weekend, because it is definitely a weekend trip that is possible. What am I studying and where am I studying here? So I'm still studying political science here, I'm still doing French. The school actually worked out perfectly. I'm studying at Sciences Po, which is ranked by, I think, QS or something. I reshared it on Facebook because I was like, yo, that's why I'm attending, but I have no idea what the article said or what the publishing company thing was. It was ranked by someone as the 4th highest political science institution in the world. So that has it going for it, and that's the reason why I chose this university in the first place, is because it's really good at political science, and of course I'm studying political science, so it worked out perfectly. In addition, Sciences Po has multiple campuses around France, one being in Paris, one being in Dijon, one being in Nancy, one being here, and then there's a couple others. And so I had the option between Paris and Reims, and I chose Reims, just so you know, because I wanted more of an immersion experience. I didn't want so much of commercialized big city, which, now that I think about it, I should have, just because I didn't realize how small the city would be, and so I definitely have been culture shocked coming from somewhere like San Diego, like California, to a very small town. I feel very Beauty and the Beast-ish, but Here goes the baker with his bread like always. Was it hard applying for study abroad? No, but yes. I knew I was going to get into this institution in all honesty because I was very perfectly aligned for it and they take a good amount of people from my university. So I knew that I was going to be at least accepted to this campus because no one else was applying to this campus. But I didn't know how stressful it was going to be because the applications were submitted and then you found out if you got in or not and got the actual acceptance letter that you could use to move on in the process, to get the visa, to get your plane ticket, things like that, 2 months before you were supposed to leave. So I got all my acceptance and everything done in November, and then I had 2 months because I left January 9th to just do all the visa stuff, go to the embassy, do all the pre-approval. I mean, all of that planning had to be done within 2 months. It was very stressful. So 10 out of 10, don't recommend that at least, but I mean, I did it. It's possible because I'm here. Where have I traveled to thus far in the semester? Maybe where do I plan on going? Etc., etc. So I got here January 9th with my parents. It was a week before my school orientation and kind of school just started up. So we kind of went around for a little bit. We went to Disneyland Paris. I went to Luxembourg for the day. And then I kind of just went around my own city to kind of discover where the things were, stuff like that. In addition to that, I've gone to, over my spring break, as seen in that collage montage video that I uploaded on my channel, I've been to Scotland, both Glasgow and Edinburgh, to visit some friends from SDSU who are studying abroad there. I went to Amsterdam with some friends from Sciences Po, and then I went to Brussels, which I will be going back to this weekend, which is in Belgium. The smaller cities around me for different, champagne tasting, picture purposes. I've been to Troyes, I've been to Epernay last weekend for some champagne tasting. It's another champagne-rich region. And let's see, I've gone to Paris twice. I went for St. Patty's Day, went for a weekend trip to do all the touristy things like the Eiffel Tower, Musée d'Orsay, etc. And then coming up, I have just booked London for my Easter break, so I'll be going there and doing all of the Harry Potter tours, Jack the Ripper, just seeing all of the fancy, old stuff, Big Ben, the little telephone booths, taking all the pictures, so I'll be doing a vlog of that. And then I also hope to do Budapest at the end of April. I'm really trying to finalize that plan, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen because it's pretty expensive to go to Budapest. I have figured out. And also my school has kind of screwed me over here, so that's a whole other video, whole other discussion to have. A whole nother discussion to have. But for now, I hope that this was short enough. I hope that I was able to talk fast enough and get this all in there. And honestly, I just hope you have a better understanding now of who I am, what I'm doing here, and then hopefully this just helps you understand later on when I have certain opinions, certain views, and stuff like that on my experience as I share it later on, why I'm thinking like this. I think just because my background's pretty important in understanding my thoughts. So, I will see you next Wednesday with my next video. I'm still deciding what the topic's going to be, so you'll be surprised. For the whole 3 fans that I have, one being my mom, thanks for watching, and yeah, that's about it. So, see you on the flip side!